Welcome to our channel where we explore some of the most inspiring and thought-provoking quotes from the greatest minds in history. Today, we're taking a closer look at William Shakespeare, the iconic English playwright and poet, whose works have captivated audiences for centuries. In this video, we'll be exploring one of his most famous quotes, "To be, or not to be? That is the question," and delving into its deeper meanings and implications. William Shakespeare was a master of language, an expert in human nature, and a writer who has stood the test of time. His words continue to move us, to challenge us, and to inspire us. So without further ado, let's explore 20 of Shakespeare's most inspiring quotes. To be, or not to be? That is the question. This quote from Hamlet is perhaps the most famous of all Shakespearean lines. It speaks to the fundamental question of existence and the choice we all must make. To live or not to live. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. This quote from As You Like It reminds us that life is a performance, and we are all actors on the stage. We play different roles and face different challenges, but ultimately, we are all part of the same grand production. The course of true love never did run smooth. This quote from A Midsummer Night's Dream is a reminder that love is not always easy. It requires patience, understanding, and a willingness to overcome obstacles in order to succeed. To thine own self be true. This quote from Hamlet encourages us to be true to ourselves and to our values. It reminds us that we should never compromise who we are in order to fit in or please others. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. This quote from Hamlet reminds us that our potential is limitless. We may not know what the future holds, but we can always strive to become the best version of ourselves. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. This quote from Julius Caesar reminds us that we are the masters of our own destiny. We cannot blame fate or circumstance for our failures, but must take responsibility for our own actions. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. This quote from Romeo and Juliet reminds us that a name is just a label. What matters most is the substance beneath the surface. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. This quote reminds us that we have the potential to be so much more than we currently are. We should never limit ourselves or our abilities, as we may surprise ourselves with what we can achieve. To thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. This quote encourages us to be authentic and true to ourselves, as this is the foundation for living a fulfilling and honest life. When we are true to ourselves, we will naturally be honest with others as well. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. This quote reminds us of the importance of treating others with kindness and respect. We should love and care for all people, but also be cautious about who we trust. We should also strive to never intentionally harm anyone. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. This quote is a powerful reminder that life is like a play, and we are all just playing different roles. We should try to embrace our roles and make the most of our time on stage. The course of true love never did run smooth. This quote reminds us that love is not always easy, and we will likely face challenges along the way. However, if we persevere and remain committed, we can find true love and happiness. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. This quote reminds us that labels and names are just words, and they do not define who we truly are. We should focus on the essence of things and people, rather than their superficial labels. Brevity is the soul of wit. This quote emphasizes the importance of being concise and to the point in our communication. We should strive to convey our message clearly and effectively, without unnecessary fluff or embellishment. All that glitters is not gold. This quote reminds us that things may not always be what they seem, and we should not be fooled by appearances. We should look beyond the surface and seek out true substance and value in life. These are just some of the many inspiring quotes from William Shakespeare, one of the greatest writers in history. We can learn a lot from his words of wisdom and apply them to our own lives, to become better and more fulfilled individuals. Thank you for watching this video on William Shakespeare's iconic quote, "To be, or not to be? That is the question." We hope that you found it insightful and thought-provoking, and that it has given you a new perspective on the complexities of life and death. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. And as always, remember to keep questioning and exploring the world around you.